Sammy Jacobs from HoosierHuddle.com. Sammy, the Wolverines coming off of their very first loss of the season. Is Indiana expecting to get a vulnerable Michigan team or expecting to get the Wolverines' best this weekend?
I would expect to get their best. They're still third in the playoff rankings. They have everything to play for in terms of the college football playoff. They're playing at home, and I would expect an angry Michigan team heading into Ohio State week with everything on the table to play for.
Now, one of the big questions is we don't know whether Wilton Speight will be playing on Saturday. How is this Indiana defense preparing for a big question mark at quarterback?
I mean, you have to look at the tape, and Wilton Speight has started, all season for Michigan, so they'll look at that tape. And then John O'Korn, who's their backup quarterback, has played a little bit too. You could expect the defensive staff to break down both quarterbacks. You're right, it is unsure whether or not Speight will play, so you got to prepare for both guys. But luckily, on Indiana's end, Speight and O'Korn, they're very, very similar, so it shouldn't be too much of a difference in terms of defensive scheme.
Turnovers have been a major issue for Indiana. They've had 9 turnovers in the last 2 games. Now they're hosting a Michigan team that ranks in the top 20 in the turnover margin. How are the Hoosiers trying to fix this issue this week?
Well, Kevin Wilson said on Monday in his press conference that he wanted to get back to basics of holding on to the ball and recreating that culture he had about if you fumble the ball, you're going to sit on the bench. He referenced the game up in Ann Arbor a couple years ago in 2014 when Tevin Coleman, who ended up running for over 2,000 yards that year, fumbled twice and came out of the game. So he's trying to create the culture of, hey, if you drop the ball, put the ball on the ground, we've got another guy up who will take care of the ball. And they're trying to be more accountable in that. He took all responsibilities for the fumbles over the last couple days, and he's just trying to build back that culture of accountability and taking responsibility for those fumbles. And if they don't, they'll be sitting on the bench.
All right, Sammy, thank you so much for joining us.